One of the easiest way to make money in the Nigerian stock market is to journalize your trade. What exactly do I mean by journalizing your trade? For every buy or sell decision you make in the market, ensure you have them written down. You can buy a paper, you can use Google Sheet, you can use Excel, whatever method you think is best. You can even use your phone. There is a notepad on your phone. Make sure you journalize. Journalizing your trade will help you to look at the historical records. Look at trade histories of all your trades. Now, and do you know what it does for you? It will tell you which of the stocks that had made money. It will also tell you the stocks that had lose money. Take your time to look at all the stocks that made money. You will find something very peculiar about these stocks. It could be that they made money because economic events was favorable at that point. It could be that they made money because their fundamentals were okay. So this is how I actually came up with the ETF model I teach in my early trader course. I journalized my trade. Even when I make money from a stock, I don't just sell that stock and move on. I want to see what I did right on that stock so that I can adopt that same model on the next stock. And when I lose money on the stock, I also want to see what I did wrong that would also help me prevent such occurrence in the next trade. So you can see that whether it's a winning trade or it's a losing trade, it's actually something you can use as a stepping stone to your next trade. Oh, I want to buy a stock based on ETF model because from my trade history, ETF has given me the most money and I want to sell a stock because I failed to look at the ETF model. So meaning the next stock I'm going to buy doesn't have good fundamentals, doesn't have good technical analysis and all that. So in this video, I want to show you three stocks that I plan to double down on for 100%. That means I have already started trading them last year and two had already given me 100%. Now, I want to show you the one that I'm following right now. Although in our private community, we are already in, and we are already in and out, at least significant percentage return. But I just want to show you what I do in the Nigerian stock market, how I don't just trade every random stock. So look at my screen right here. These are Globfolio recommendations. These are stocks I recommend. So I have to go back to last some of the recommendation I shared last year. You can do your check. If you join my community, one thing I want you to do first is go back to all our trade histories. Go and see my recommendation and compare their prices with what they are selling now. All my recommendations are hit back to back. Now, before I jump into that trade, let me show you something. You can see that on August 8th, I mentioned three turnaround stocks to buy if you missed Owando 250% gain. That means at that point, Owando had already rallied by 250%. Now, people that joined my community then, and maybe they might have felt like, oh, I lost that gain or Owando or I missed it. I still posted three stocks they could have entered. Now, what are the stocks? Remember, this was August 8th, so that's past, and it's no longer a buy again. Most of the stocks are running above my entry region. But then I want to show you the three stocks I recommended. First one was USCN stocks. I said, go and buy USCN stocks. And USCN stocks, you can see my target then was around 30 plus, and market price of USCN was around 16.85. Now, you can look at USCN stock and tell me whether that recommendation was a hit or not. Look at USCN. USCN is selling for 36 naira, meaning for anyone that had keyed into USCN at 16 in August 8th, by now, it should be banking on 100%. Second was Unilever, and third, Waco. Unilever at that point, I think was he selling at August 8th? Let's look at Unilever stock because I know technically I said the stock is actually testing a key level. So let's look at Unilever from that August 8th down to this period. So this is Unilever Nigeria. So August 8th, 2024, sit around this region. You can see here from 16. Can you see here from 16? Where is Unilever today? 37. That's 100%. You can read the review I posted on Unilever, right? You can see Unilever is testing multi-year key level of 16.85, and a confirmed breakout above this region could open the runway for a bigger jump to 24. And Unilever has planted 24. That's like 42%. Now, the third one was WAPCO stock. Can you see that these are three hits back to back? Let's look at WAPCO stock around August 8th too. Here, if you come to you can see August 8th is around this region. Wapo was selling for 36, 37. Where is Wapo today? That's 70. Can you see here? 70. So what does that tell you? There's something we are doing right. So you can see that for those that missed the 200% gain on Wando, if they had keyed into USCN, keyed into Unilever and keyed into WAPCO, their portfolio should be sitting on a sizable profit right now. But that's not the clue of this section. In this section, I want to show you three consumer goods stocks that I plan to make 100% from in the market. And one of them was Honeywell. So I remember very well in August, you can see here, on the 5th of August 2024, I mentioned that Nigeria's food inflation rises to 40. That was Nigerian food inflation report was just released, and it went as high as hitting 40.87%. And I said, here is one stock to bet on. Here is one stock. That means I wanted to bet on a stock that is profiting from Nigerian food inflation. So, and that stock was Honeywell. That stock was Honeywell. For those that bought Honeywell in August 5, what was our entry price on Honeywell? You can see here, Honeywell was selling for 3.4 to 3.5. So this was around August 5. So let's look at Honeywell stock within that period. So August 5 is around this region. Yes, you can see here around this region, you can see between 3 to 4. Where is Honeywell today? Honeywell has touched the price of 10 naira, 100%. Can you see that? So first stock was Honeywell. That was a massive hit. The second stock was actually a G30 stocks. A G30 stocks. Now, G30 stocks in our Globfolio index, we call it Globfolio 30 index. Now, Globfolio 30 index are stocks that I only select from the NGS 30. So these are stocks designed for volume traders, deep pocket investors. So in our community, we have people who are looking to buy just few stocks and then go big on them. And most importantly, liquidity is key for them. So I recommended these stocks last year. So they were UBA, First Bank, and Flammy. You can go check their prices, but the focus of this section is the Flammy guy. So we've talked about Honeywell. Second stock was Flammy. Now, what was the Flammy price when I recommended Flammy stocks? So this is here I say finally flour mill. I did a lot of analysis and all that. So here I said that I will see 43 or less as a bargain price, although I even entered lower price there. So 43 naira or less. So let's look at flour mill within that period. Although flour mill has existed in the market at 80 naira plus. But here is the point. Flour mill is at the market at 18 naira plus. That's almost 100% profit. And profit 40 naira is around this region. So you can see from 43 almost into 80. That's almost 90 to 100% profit in the market. So you can see how my trade recommendations are hitting their target profits back to back. If Flammy had not existed in the market, I was projecting a bigger run beyond that 80% based on key level. You can see the key level right here. So I can easily map out key level in the market and then buy a stock to ride that. So the first major stocks was Honeywell. Honeywell delivered 100%. The second stock was Flammy Nigeria, and Flammy Nigeria gave us 90 to 100% return. The third stock, which is also a Flammy stock, is Northern Nigerian Flour Mill. Northern Nigerian Flour Mill. So let me show you when I dropped that recommendation. So this is Northern Nigerian Flour Mill. Now the price of Northern Nigerian Flour Mill has rallied. So if you go buy that Northern Nigerian Flour Mill right now at your own risk, it was a premium stocks. It was a premium recommendation that was exclusive for members of my community. If you are in my community and you bought Flour Mill, you can leave a comment right here. Let me know how much you have made so far on the stock. So here I posted about Northern Nigerian Pharmaceutical. This was December 11, 2024. December 11, one bearish stock to buy before it bounces back stronger. So this is it here. One bearish stock to buy before it bounces back stronger. And that was Northern Nigerian Flour Mill. So even on the recommendation, I talked about notable stocks that made me money like Flour Mill Nigeria and Honeywell. So what was my recommendation on Northern Nigerian Flour Mill then? My entry price around 36.7 to 40 naira. And let me share a technical analysis of Northern Nigerian Flour Mill, and then I'll move into the fundamentals of Northern Nigerian Flour Mill. But one thing that had given me an edge in this market is not fundamentals. Anybody can analyze fundamentals. Anybody can go to charts. Anybody can look at the chart and tell you, oh, this company. So anybody can go to financial statement. That's what I mean. And then they can tell you whether the company made good profit or not. But the question is it possible for everyone to? Not everybody can actually time the entry region. Not everybody can tell when is the best time to buy a stock. That's the edge I enjoy in the market. One thing I've greatly improved as a stock trader is that I can tell you region, I can tell you period in the market where a stock is a buy. There are stocks that give us 1 week, 2 weeks, even 1 month buy window. That means when I drop them as a buy, you see the price fluctuation within that region for a while before it shot higher. So that is exactly what you need to learn if you want to master stock trading. Stock trading in the Nigerian market is 90% technical and 10% fundamentals. But funny enough, I see a lot of brokers, a lot of analysts out there, they do more of 90%. They do more of fundamental analysis and less of technical analysis, not knowing that trading is a function of demand and supply. Knowing when demand is in charge of the market before supply takes over is very crucial in the market. You can buy a good stock at the wrong time and lose money, but if you buy a bad stock at the right time, you can actually make money. That's to tell you how timing is key in the market. So here's fundamentals of Northern Nigerian farming. Something very interesting and simple. You can see my chart, very simple, no noise and all that. Now look at the first thing here. I spotted a key level right here. That was August high, and this was around 32 naira. This was as far back as 2013. 2013 is like 12 years ago. I always tell people in my private community, especially the ones that subscribe for my one-on-one coaching, that sometimes you need to pay attention to events that had happened in the past. Because you were not in the market 10 years ago, does not mean those events will not be relevant today. So you can see how this market rallied higher, topped 32. 12 years after, this 32 was respected as a major support. So when I saw Northern Nigerian Flami break out of this key level, you can see here, in short, we made money from this rally. We made money from this rally. Those that joined Globfolio in 2023 would also attest from this point. I recommended this stock around 12 to 13 naira, and then the stock shot higher into 52. We made money from this huge rally, and then I sold. Now you can see how the stock pulled back. Now, when it pulled back to this same exact key level. Can you see right here? So this was a resistance that turned support. So it was easier for me to quickly make the call immediately, but then I let further confirmation. Now, look at how the stock recovered from here. You can see right here. Now, let's go back to my recommendation. My entry was around 36 to 40, 36.7 to 40, because when I saw gradual recovery from 32 into 36, I knew very well that this stock was about to pick up. I knew very well that the stock was about to pick up. You can see right here, this is it here. And importantly, it was even respecting a trend line. So there was a lot of confluence around this level. Confluence in technical analysis is where multiple indicators are confirming that a stock is a buy, that buyers are about to step in the market. So I found out this model for a long time ago, and I saw that play out on Northern Nigerian Flami. So it was easier for us to jump in at 36 to 40. And today, Northern Nigerian Flami closing price is around 50 to 54. Now, I am anticipating bigger rally on Northern Nigerian farming for so many reasons. Number one major reason is inflation. Inflation in Nigeria is still hot. It's still hot. And number two, if you look at the fundamentals of Northern Nigerian farming, it confirmed my expectation. So let me share a review of the fundamentals right here. You can go check the financial statements for further analysis. So I said here that in their Q1 2024 outing, the company reported a solid 45% jump in sales, despite a shortfall in their average metric ton, that's quantity sold. But that means the sales was coming from upward price adjustments. Now, one of the major things I like about farming stock is that they enjoy what I call pricing power. Pricing power is your ability to raise price without losing significant market share, because your product is considered inelastic. So, but here I said in Q1, this didn't translate to improved profit as cost pressure pulled its gross profit down to 8.5 from 24. So Q1 result was not okay at all. So which actually affected the operating profit. Now, what followed was a dump. Investors dumped the stock, which led to a crash from 48 in 2024, August 2024, down to a low of 31, 32. Now, with the share price generally climbing from that region, blah, blah, blah. But here is what I found interesting in the Q2 results. Now, Q1 wasn't okay, but Q2 results covered up for that shortfall. Q2 revenue surged by 71%, pushing the 6 month level to 21 billion from 31. That's 60%. Now, gross profit improved to 10%, but still slightly below the 11% region. Operating profit between Q2 and 6 months went up significantly to 1.45 from 500 million to, and also 1.8 billion from 980, which is very good. Okay, profit before and after tax increased by 171%. Now, which also pushed the 6 month up by 86%. Now, EPS trailing 12 months for the move from 542 to 85. Yes, if that's sorry, EPS from the 6 months region to that's Q2 period. Now you can see right here, trailing 12 months already sit at 1,325, which means that if you add the last 12 EPS, it's already 54% above the previous full year. So that means the company is already on track to beating the previous full year region. And then based on my evaluations and all that, I did a lot of simulation, how that the company should most likely be selling around at least 50, 60 or more, because we're yet to see Q3 and Q4 result. And then my entry region was around 36 to 37. So if you look at total Nigerian Flour Mill financial statements, it confirms everything that I've shared so far. But most importantly, I make sure that the stock was emerging from the bottom. So every stock I recommend in our community are actually emerging from a sell-off. You can see how the stock lost momentum from this price down to this region. Now, those that bought here because the stock had rallied from here would think the stock will keep going up. Please, I always say it multiple times, the wrongest thing to do in Nigerian stock market is to buy a stock because it has delivered 100%. No, media would only push your stock. We will only talk about your stock when it has rallied higher. Media doesn't pick stocks that is still at the bottom. They only pick stock that is at the top. And most times, media can even manipulate certain entries in the markets. If media start talking about the stock, I don't buy it. I like to buy it when it's still quiet. I like to buy it when nobody's talking about it. I like to get in early before the big boys set in. So you can see that Northern Nigerian Flour Mill at this point is breaking out from a previous high level. You can see the last high attained in 2024 was around 53. And now you can see how the stock is looking to break out. So a breakout above this region will comfortably take the stock to a new high. But right now, my upside potential, sorry, my downside risk is still very high already, because entry price between 36 to 47. So if the stock decides to dump back, because I entered around 36, 37, or average of 40 or thereabouts. Even if it dumps back, I still have a trend line waiting for me, which might probably act as a support before it pulls up again. But anybody that buys at 53 or high price, if it dumps back, the person will most likely be losing money. And because of that loss, you might be quick to sell and then say that I just stock market. That's why it's good to always buy at the bottom. It's good to buy when the stock is still at the bargain region, not when it has rallied. When you buy the stock, I like to see limited downside risk. That means I am buying at support region, because even if it dumps back, this is going to act as a support for me. This is a sign that there are a lot of buyers at this region. So if it dumps back, buyers are most likely going to push it up again. But when you buy at the top here, when sellers are likely going to be stepping in, when profit takers are going to come into the market, your loss may be widened, and that would probably wipe out your money in the market. So whenever you want to trade a stock profitably, always target the bottom of the market. And that is exactly what I do. When I buy a stock, first thing I want to see the stock benefit from ETF model. Look at Northern Nigerian Flour Mill, look at Flour Mill Nigeria, look at Honeywell. They are all benefiting from food inflation. Go to the market today, go and ask a typical baker, or go to the bakery, you see price of flour is already high, at least 100, 150% in the last 3 to 4 years. Now, that's economic event supporting my bullish bias on these stocks. Second one is the fundamentals. Each of these stocks I've shared, they have reported solid fundamentals. Go and check that as Flour Mill, go and check Honeywell, and go and look at this Northern Nigerian Flour Mill, which I just shared right here. And the third one, which is very important, technical analysis, which actually gets you in at the bottom of the market. Economic event may be perfect, fundamentals may be perfect, but you might buy at the wrong time. You see that very critical. So the most important of them all is the time you buy the stock. The question is, are you buying them at the bottom, or are you buying them at the top? Because no matter how good the fundamental is, once supply sets in the market, people want to take profit, price will crash, and you don't know when demand are going to take over the market again, or when demand is going to drive price. You can't time the exact day, the exact week where you know that a stock crash will come to an end. So the best thing to do is always buy when it's emerging from the bottom. If you buy a collection of good stock that are emerging from the bottom, you increase your chance of making money in the stock market. This is simple. This is simple. So here I want to project at least 50% 100 on Northern Nigerian flour mill, although for my portfolio is already up by a sizable percentage. At least imagine that you have an entry price of 37, 38, and then selling for almost 50, and then you are still looking to go higher in the market. So if Northern Nigerian flour mill impress the market with good quarterly results, then I see the price shooting higher. And remember, this guy is just uh, declared interim dividend for the first time. And that's a sign that something big is coming very, very soon. So, Northern Nigerian flour mill for me is not a buy. Please note this part. It's not a buy right now. Price has rallied. If you want to take the risk, the ball is on your court. But it is important that you enter a stock at the bottom of the market. So if you want to join our community, because we just posted new recommendations, let me show you some new stocks that are recommended. Now, tomorrow's winning stocks are actually today's buy. Now, look at today is 23. 3 days ago, I shared one very interesting stock right here. 3 reasons to buy these G30 stocks in 2025. This is a perfect example of a stock that is emerging from the bottom. I also talked about demand surge may help these beating down stocks recover. Can you see? I like to buy them after they have been beaten down. Now, one banking stock setting up for a bull run in 2025. This is also another stock to look at. Now, it's one super growth stock to buy for double-digit return in 2025. This stock had already pushed higher beyond our entry price too. Now, this insurance stock appreciated. You can see the stocks I'm posting right here. So I am being strategic in my selection. Not until the stock delivers 100% that I will come and say, oh, go and buy. No, I buy them when they are at the bottom. So if you want to know a good and profitable trader, if you want to know someone that knows his or her onion in the stock market, look at the time they recommend a stock. Some of them will just come to social media and say, go and buy this stock because it has done 100%. No, pick them when they are at the bottom. Can you spot the ones that are at the bottom, the ones that will likely provide huge upside potential? That's exactly what I do in Globfolio community. So if you want to join Globfolio community, just go to globfolio.com. When you go to globfolio.com, then or globfolio.com/subscribe. This is where you can actually find our subscription plan. Globfolio.com/subscribe. So here you will see all our subscription plan right here. You choose the one that works for you. See, the truth is that if you join Globfolio community, you will recover your money. See, don't look at it from the perspective of the money is high. A lot of people will come to my DM and tell me the money is high. For me, I think you are not ready yet because maybe your investment capital. Yeah, I'm not trying to say that everybody is the same. Yes, I know pockets are different, people are different or thereabout. But if you are actually investing a minimum of 500K in the market, 150K should be enough. 150K is fair because the stocks I recommend, you can use the 350 balance to make that 150K. I'm telling you the truth. I've done that over and over again. Go to our YouTube, go and see feedbacks from people that have joined my community. If you know what this is an investment, and apart from that, the follow community is not just a community where you will join and then you are coming to look for the next 100 stocks. We have a new platform called Globfolio Learn, Globfolio/Learn. This is where you access all our stocks for our videos for free. So if you join as a beginner and you don't know anything about stock, I already have a video, Stock Market for Beginners 1 and 2. This is a foundational course for anybody that doesn't know about stocks. You are just starting out. You will learn what the stock market is, how it works, how to get a broker, what is market order. So this is what I always recommend when you join a community for the first time, especially as a beginner. And then you see other videos here in the mark. These are free videos for people that join the community. So when you join the community, you'll be able to watch the video. If you join the US community, you also have sources to watch in that community. So this is not a community where you come to join and then you start buying stock immediately. First thing is knowledge. Globfolio is a knowledge-driven group. I want to impart you with knowledge. I want to teach you how I pick stock. That's why if you look at my recommendation, you will see that they're not just one recommendation that you just quickly see buy and sell automatically. No, I'll take my time to explain or convince you that this stock is a buy. You look at event that is playing out in Nigeria. Okay, for instance, look at this Honeywell. Let's look at Mr. Honeywell. Northern Nigerian flour mill. Yes, if you look at Northern Nigerian flour mill post, you will see that I talked about how Nigerian inflation is going up and how that is benefiting economic events. You can see right here. So if you look at all the bills of a company, you will know the kind of products they sell. You will know whether they are benefiting from economic events or not. So you have to learn. So this is a learning platform. If you follow our community, follow our conversation in the WhatsApp group, give yourself 6 months. Your perspective about Nigerian stock will change. People are making money in this market back to back. Last year, 11 trillion naira was handed over to smart investors. Are you going to be part of the next money that will be handed over to the smart investors in 2025? So when you join Globfolio community, you're going to see more of our recommendations. Like I said, you're going to join the next one that will rally higher, and then we cover your subscription and continue making money from there. Here's my model for Globfolio. You're not coming to Globfolio to be spending your personal money on subscription. First year should come from your pockets because you're joining the community, part of your investment. Second year should come from the profit you have generated. Because for me, it's a two-way thing. If I recommend a stock and you make money, you would be happy to renew your subscription, right? Because the subscription will be coming from your profit. But if you join my community and you don't make money, would you want to renew? No. It's a simple, that's how, but if you are always renewing from your pocket, then something is wrong. Because by default, you should be renewing from the profit, which automatically means that you are a lifetime member of the community. Your only cost for joining Globfolio is just that one-time payment. The following ones are coming from your profit, not from your pocket. And eventually you see that you have been a member of you've been a member of Globfolio for life. This is I know people that have been a member of my community for 5 years now. And this is how they have sustained their membership. They sustain membership from profit they generate and not from their personal pocket. So it's a win for the community. It's a win for the subscribers. So if you are looking to join Globfolio, kindly go to globfolio.com or drop a comment in this on this video. I will definitely respond to you and then see how to onboard you faster. If this is the first time you're watching my video, kindly hit the subscription button and turn on the notification bell so that when I release interesting and educating videos like this, you'll be among the first to get it. Thank you.